At 10 years old, Lionel Messi was told his body was broken. Every club in Argentina walked away. He came within one conversation of never playing professional football. He went on to become the greatest of all time. But the story nobody tells is how close it never happened and what it actually cost him to get there. This is that story. June 24th, 1987, Rosario, Argentina. Lionel Andres Messi is born the third of four children. His father Jorge works at a steel manufacturing plant. His mother Celia works in a magnet workshop. They are not poor, but they are not comfortable. They are a working family in a working city. Football is not a career option in this household. It is just what you do. Rosario is a football city. His brothers play, his cousins play. His grandmother Celia, the woman he would spend his entire career pointing at the sky for every time he scored, takes him to training sessions at 4 years old. He joins a Banderado Grandoli at 4, moves to Newell's Old Boys at 7. In 6 years at Newell's, he scores close to 500 goals in youth football. 500 at youth level. His coaches describe him as something that did not compute. A youth coach at Newell's says he looked at him and thought, this kid cannot play. He is too small, too fragile. Then 5 minutes later, he is weaving past everyone on the pitch, and the coach cannot explain what he just saw. And then the diagnosis. 1997. Messi is 10 years old. He is diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency. His body is not producing what it needs to develop normally. Without treatment, he will not grow properly. The treatment costs around 1,000 pesos per month, a significant amount for his family. Newell's Old Boys agree to help cover the costs. Then they stop paying. River Plate show interest. They want to sign him. They are even willing to pay for his treatment. But Newell's refused to release his registration. He is trapped. His family have relatives in Catalonia. A desperate decision is made. They will go to Spain. They will ask Barcelona for a trial. September 2000. Messi is 13 years old. Barcelona's first team director, Carlos Rexach, watches him train for 10 minutes. He wants to sign him immediately. The Barcelona board hesitate. It is unusual to sign a foreign player this young. The negotiations drag on. An ultimatum is issued. Rexach, with no paper available, writes a contract on a paper napkin. A 13-year-old boy's future written on a napkin in a restaurant because the man watching him could not wait another day to make it official. That is how close it came to not happening. He arrives in Barcelona without his mother, without his brothers, in a city where he does not speak the language. Some of his teammates think he is mute because he never speaks. He is homesick, isolated, and carrying the weight of a family that uprooted everything for this one chance. And that is before the football even starts. He finishes his growth hormone therapy at 14. He becomes an integral part of Barcelona's youth system. His coaches describe training sessions where senior players stop and watch because what he is doing does not look real. October 16th, 2004. Messi makes his La Liga debut at 17 years old. May 1st, 2005, he scores his first senior goal, becomes the youngest scorer in Barcelona's history at the time. His teammate Ronaldinho, considered the best player on the planet at that moment, watches Messi in his first training session with the senior squad and tells his teammates that this 17-year-old will be better than him. He says it plainly, as a fact. Not a compliment, an observation. And then the records start. 4 consecutive Ballon d'Or awards, the first player in history to win 4. 91 goals in the calendar year 2012, a record that still stands. Most goals in La Liga history, most goals for a single club. Most goals and assists in World Cup history, 8 Ballon d'Or awards total, the most decorated player in the history of the sport. The numbers are almost impossible to process. Pep Guardiola, who has managed some of the greatest players who ever lived, says Messi is the only player who runs faster with the ball than without it. His former Barcelona manager says watching Messi is like watching someone cheat. Not because he breaks rules, because he opts the Ballon d'Or. There is one thing that is absent. Argentina, a World Cup, a trophy with his country. And that absence becomes the defining question of his career. Because here's what you need to understand about why that absence hurts so much. It was not just about winning, it was about belonging. about proving to an entire country that he was theirs. And that wound goes much deeper than football. If you are watching this and you cannot stop, subscribe to Mindframe. We tell the full stories behind the biggest names in sport and culture. New documentary every single week. Nice. Do not miss what is coming next. Argentina had not won a major trophy since 1993, a 28-year drought, and Messi, despite being the best player on the planet, could not end it. 2014, World Cup final, Brazil, Argentina against Germany, extra time, 113 minutes played. Messi is awarded the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player. He accepts it with an expression that looks like grief, because it is. 2015, Copa America final, Argentina against Chile. They lose on penalties. 2016, Copa America Centenario final, Argentina against Chile again. They lose on penalties again. 3 consecutive finals, 3 losses. Messi scores in the tournament but cannot deliver the one thing the country wants from him. After the 3rd final, he walks to the microphone and announces his retirement from international football. He is 28 years old. He says it is best for everyone, that it has not worked out for him with the national team, that he has tried everything. Argentina goes into mourning, not metaphorically, literally. Fans cry in the streets. A nationwide campaign begins. Hashtags, videos, public pleas. His own father calls him. His friends call him. An entire country begs one man to come back. He comes back, and the criticism does not stop. He is told he hides in big games, that he is a Catalan who happens to carry an Argentine passport, that he is not Maradona, will never be Maradona, does not love Argentina the way Maradona loved Argentina. For years he carries this. The best player in the world, carrying the weight of a nation's disappointment every time he pulls on the blue and white shirt. And then 2021, the Copa America. And something shifts, something that starts the journey toward the moment that changes everything. 2021, Copa America, Brazil as hosts, Argentina's most bitter rivals on their own turf, the final. Argentina against Brazil at the Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro. Angel Di Maria scores in the first half. Argentina defend for the rest of the match. They win. Argentina's first major trophy in 28 years. Messi collapses on the pitch. He is not celebrating. He is releasing something. 28 years of his country's pain and 16 years of his own are leaving his body on that grass in Rio de Janeiro at the same time. He is 33 years old. He has been trying to win this for his country since he was a teenager. And then 2022, Qatar, the World Cup. Argentina lose their first match against Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. The campaign that was supposed to end with Messi lifting the trophy starts with a humiliation. They recover, they win, they keep winning. The final, December 18th, 2022, Argentina against France. The greatest World Cup final. 3-3. Penalties. Messi scores his penalty. Argentina win 4-3. He falls to his knees because Messi does not stop. He does not retire. He does not rest on the greatest achievement in the history of the sport. At 38 years old, he is still here, still scoring. And the 2026 World Cup is happening right now, June 2026. The FIFA World Cup, hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Lionel Messi is 38 years old. In his 6th World Cup, at 38, he becomes the second male player after Cristiano. Against Austria, he scores twice, surpasses Miroslav Klose and Marta to become the all-time leading World Cup goal scorer of any gender. Men's football, women's football, any player who has ever kicked a ball at a World Cup, he is now the greatest of all of them. 21 World Cup goals, 21 World Cup wins. And Argentina are still in the tournament, still alive, with England standing in the way of the semifinal. Think about what you are watching right now. A man who was told at 10 years old that his body would not work properly. who left his country at 13 with his future written on a napkin, who lost 3 consecutive finals and retired in tears and came back. Old and still the most important player at a World Cup, still breaking records, still the reason people stop what they are doing and watch. There is no team sport at this level, at this age, still performing at this standard on the biggest stage in the world. His grandmother died before his 11th birthday. He points to the sky every time he scores. Every goal for 30 years has been for her. This World Cup, these goals, this moment, all of it for her. 8 Ballon d'Or awards, over 910 career goals, 410 assists, 46 team trophies, the most decorated player in the history of professional football. Named by the IFFHS as the all-time men's world best player in 2025, the Presidential Medal of Freedom from the President of the United States in 2020, and still playing, still scoring, still here. The numbers tell you he is the greatest, but they do not tell you what it cost. The diagnosis at 10, the napkin contract at 13, the mother who went home to Argentina while he stayed in Barcelona alone, the 3 finals, the retirement, the return, the years of being told his love for Argentina was not real enough, not passionate enough, not Maradona enough. All of it was wrong. Every single piece of doubt that was ever pointed at Lionel Messi was wrong. He was never supposed to make it. 8 years old, at a World Cup, still breaking records that have stood for decades. You are watching the final chapter of the greatest story football has ever told. Do not look away. If this story moved, you subscribe to Mindframe. Every legend has a story the world missed. We tell it. New documentary dropping very soon. Do not miss it.